design so that you can. Yeah, please record. Okay. So you are recording, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So now, yeah. You go to this and then you go to unit cell. Yeah, next. No. You. Okay. I will take a control. No problem. Where is that? Yeah. Yeah. I think I can control now. Right. So can you go to? Oh, sorry. Yeah. We will get it. No problem. Don't worry. Okay. Yeah. It will come. Yes. No problem. Okay. So let's take display phase reflection diagram. Okay. And then you go to next, and then okay, it will obviously go to the frequency domain, and then you will get this one. Then you will go to this. For example, let me plot for 8 to 12. Okay. Yeah. Then you can, if you want, you can monitor this. It's a frequency. Okay. 8 to 12. Sorry. No. Okay, that is gigahertz. Oh, sorry. I didn't notice that. Okay, it's a wavelength. Okay, to 8 to 12 gigahertz. Okay, yeah. So if you want, you can monitor this also. Okay? This is to optimize the unit cell basically. Then oh, okay. What is this? Okay, it's getting. So now I will design on unit cell. Okay, and we can design now. Let's see. Okay, modeling, escape. Then you can say, for example, ground plane. Then let's say minus a by 2. A by 2. Oh, yeah. A by 2. Okay. Then here a by 2. Okay. Then let's say thickness is, for example, 0.035, like that. Okay. Or I can define a variable also. That's okay. For now, it's okay. You can define now. For now, we can keep PEC itself. No, not FR4. It's ground plane, right? Metal. Okay. Yeah, copper, or you can use PEC also. There will not be much change. No problem. Okay. Yeah. Now I can it's asking for it's 8 to 12. I am designing for 10 gigahertz. Okay. Then the dimension is dimension is 15. Yeah. Lambda by 2 is 15. Okay. 15 mm. Let's say you can give description as well. Size of the ground plane. Okay. That's it. Now we can preview it. Now its ground plane is ready. Okay. 1 second. So am I audible clearly? 1 second. Sorry. 1 second. See, the thing is, this, if you want to reflect something, then you have to use ground. Okay. If you want to be it as a transparent thing, it will pass some of the frequencies. If you want to stop some of the frequencies, like a FSS structure or meta surface. Okay. Meta surface, two cases are there. One is, transmit array, or if you want to construct reflector array. If you want to construct reflector array, then you would have a ground plane on the backside. Okay. You see, either it can be a ground plane or it can be any other element as well. It can be a FSS kind of thing, so that you will it will work as a dual purpose. Some frequency it will pass as a transmit array, and some frequency it will be working as a reflector array. Okay, both the cases it will work. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now what you can do, so if you are using the same size substrate, then you no need to draw this one. Okay. You can select this one and you can use the extrude function also. Oh, it's not available. Okay. Here. Okay. Then you can use as a substrate. Then you can give some, for example, 1.6 mm. Okay. And then you can give, for example, you can select, for example, FR4. Then loss. So loss free means it is ideal case. Okay, but we won't see in the loss free means you can see here on the bottom you can see electrical tangent is there, right? Okay, electrical tangent, it is a loss tangent. Okay, it is 0.025, which means that much loss is there. If you select loss free, then you will not see the parameter called electric tangent. Okay, so it is assumed to be 0. Okay, means there is no loss. But ideally, practically it won't be like that, right? It will be it will not be it will be a non-zero case, right? Okay, that's why we are selecting during simulation itself. We are selecting this lossy case. Okay. One more thing, it can impact the unit cell performance as well. So you will simulate here, you will see some response. Then when you go and fabricate the things, then you will see different response. So on the whole, it will be different results. So that's why we have to consider always, more close to the practical thing. Okay. Yeah. Now you can preview it, and then you can do it. Okay? That's it. Now we can, for example, you can it's a simple patch. Let's say. Okay. Yeah. Minus L by 2. L by 2. L by 2. Then minus L by 2. L by 2. Then here you have to place it on top of the substrate, right? So initially we gave ground plane thicknesses 0.35 plus 1.6. Okay. Now you have to 0.035 plus 1.6 plus 0.035. Okay. So yeah. Yes. Yeah, you can use it, no problem. Okay. So that depends on the, you see, if you are changing in the micro level, right, it will not majorly impact. Okay, majorly impact the performance. Of course, if it is a mission critical thing, then it will be a major factor. But so ideally, you can see even you can try that also. Both the things, you will not see much difference there. Okay, maybe amplitude wise you may see some difference, but phase wise you will not see much difference. Maybe plus or minus 0.2 degree, 0.5 degree, like that. It will be very okay. Yeah, but in the fabrication facility, right, you will see I think 0.0175 like that. They will fabricate. Okay. If you want 0.035, they will coat one more layer. That's it. Ideally, PCB will come with 0.0175. I believe so. What they will do, they will etch out whatever is not required, whatever is not required there. Then what they will do, they will put on top of that, they will they will apply the aluminum plating or something like that, so that aluminum or copper plating, so that the copper layer, so that it will be nice visible, nicely visible, and then it will be a 0.035 like that. Okay. So let's say, let's start with 2 mm or 5 mm. Okay. And here you will say size of the patch. Yeah, anything is fine. Anyway, we are going to vary this. No, anyway, we are going to vary this parameter, right? Yeah. So now got it. Now it's ready now. Okay. So now you got the, unit cell is ready. Then what you have to do, you have to go here. Okay. You have to go to boundaries. Okay. Sorry. You have to go here. Here you can see. Can you see the place now called, distance to reference plane, right? Distance to reference plane. Here you have to give minus 7.5, which is actually lambda by 4 distance. Okay. And then here you can see, either you give 12 gigahertz or 10 gigahertz. It's fine. Whichever design frequency. Accordingly, these modes and all will get updated. Okay. Now here, you can see, if you want to know number of lookout modes, 2. If you are considering 2, it will give you one is vertical, another one is in x direction, vertical, as well as in the horizontal, like vertical and horizontal, both it will give. If you select one, then you will get the results accordingly. Okay. Then you click OK. Now you can just preview the things. Yeah, can you see here? It is just above the. So what does it mean? So you are sending the signal from here, this port, it is getting reflected, right? Correct? Hello? Yeah. So a 9 is a lambda by 4 distance corresponds to 90 degree basically in a sine wave. Okay. Then you return back with the 90 degree. Then you have a ground plane that give me 180 degree. So what it is? So 90 degree, 180 degree, 90 degree. So total 360 degree. Correct? That is for a simple ground plane case. But you are having patch here, right? So whatever phase, so ideally, there is no, so whatever phase shift that comes out of this response is due to this patch only. That is what we are inferring here. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Here you can see 2. Here also you can give minus 7.5. Then 10. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Now it's ready now. Okay. Now we go to simulation, then boundaries. Okay. You can see here everything is fine. And then, yeah. Really? Oh, uh, let's see. Okay, 1 minute. Here is A. We are going to use L. Let's say 2 to 6. The number of samples, let it be number of samples or step width. And select, for example, 5 itself. So what's happening? Oh, this is not supported. Okay. So then we can go for waveguide approach. Okay. So in that case, we have to change the solver to transient solver, and then boundaries will be here. It will be magnetic wall. Then here it will be a electric wall. Okay. Then you have a Z min is not required because you can say even electric wall also. It's fine because anyway you are having ground plane there, and then open boundary here. We are giving fraction of wavelength as lambda by 4 for the frequency 10 by default. Then yeah. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to place the folder here, z negative z. So now here the distance to reference plane is minus 7.5. Can preview this. Okay, and you can place this like this. Okay, that's it. On I hope so this will work now. I hope it will work now. Okay. So meanwhile, no, we'll prepare one Excel sheet. So what is the language there? You are Turkey, right? Turkey. Okay. Yeah, now you saw the results, right? Yeah. 1 minute. Let us stop this one. Yeah. I will definitely help you with that. Okay. Before that, ground port. The ground. See, this is for reflector array basically. Okay. If you are using for transmit array, then you no need to have a ground plane. Okay. Now what you have to do, you have to use for example general 1D 0D. This is to plot element size versus the element size versus the phase. Okay. Here you can see y at given x, and then here you can give for example 10 gigahertz. So what it does is for 10 gigahertz at 10 gigahertz frequency, so y will be the phase whatever I am selecting here. Okay, S11. Okay, and phase, and as a function of x means whatever I am varying, that's it. Okay. Hello. Okay. So now we are here. We will go with for example 5 to 10. Okay, let us give step with this 0.5. Yeah, it's okay. So that I can show you the results basically. Maybe 5 minutes we have to wait, I think. So do you have that graph now, so that I can explain you meanwhile that how to get that S graph? Do you have that simulation results? No. You have that phase results now? Any results do you have? You can just copy paste that phase only, so that I can tell you how to. Did you get my point? No, no, no. Yeah, yeah. No, no, no. See what I am saying. So have you ever simulated the unit cell before? Do you have that results now? Correct, correct. Can you show me that? No, no, no. You just get me this data. Uh, this data, yeah, this data. The face data, face data. Can you go up? This graph, the bottom graph. You have the data now? No, no, not this. I'm asking about Excel sheet or file, anywhere you did you store that data? Yeah, 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, you can open that file separately. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Here it is there, right? 1 minute. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can 1 minute. Let me request. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, can you give 1 minute? I will request to control now. Yeah. Can you? Okay, okay. 1 minute, 1 minute. I'm copying now. So why it's not showing to me? Okay. Okay. I think we have to export this value. Right click. Right click. Uh, where is that one? I think here, not here. Yes, here. You have to export the plot data. Okay. For example, let's say in desktop, I'm putting unit cell. Now, then I will go here, insert. Uh, oh my God. So can you change it to English? English? You can't, right? So no problem. If you can, it's fine. Otherwise, no. I can. I can do it. No problem. Okay. Uh, yeah. No problem. No problem. Okay. Uh, let me try to find out. Data. Just 1 second. Okay. 1 minute. Okay, let me go to object first. Insert, then go to, where is that symbol? Object, where is that? This one? This one, right? Object. Here, the text file. Yes. Oh, okay, okay. So no. This way it won't work. Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. Let me just tell you. Okay. Uh, so this is the value. Oh my God, this many points. You can control that, no problem. Okay. What you can do is, you can go to here, right click, plot properties. Here you can see you are, giving us auto tick, right? So you can, mention like this. Okay. If you export, let's see what it does. Oh, it's not coming. That's fine. I think you have to change in the, where you have to change is, see, because in the simulation, I think simulation. Yeah, first design only. So what you have to do, you have to change number of frequency points. Somewhere will be there actually. Uh, uh, some not here. Is that okay? Okay, maybe next time it will come like that. Okay, fine, kind of thing. Okay, that's fine. Now we'll go ahead with this. Uh, okay, copy. That's okay. 1 minute. Paste. What is this? Oh, 1 second. We have to change the format now. Okay. 1 minute. Let me check. Okay. Format cell. Okay. I have to translate myself. 1 minute. Let me check. Okay. Format text. Format cell. Then I have to give text. Text on the what is that? No need. Okay. Right click. This is the text, right? Okay, fine. Now what you have to do, so now what you can do, see, now you are going to plot this. Now insert, then this plot. What is this? No. I think it is. Can you open? Yeah, Google Form is better. I don't know what changed here. 1 minute, 1 minute. Let me try. Let me try once, and with the other one. Can you paste it and then try? Yeah. Now you got the result, right? You can see here. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Can you see here? This is the plot that you got for element size versus space. Okay, and then here you are getting for each frequency you are getting these values. Okay, for example, let's say 7.5, you are getting this one. Okay, well, we shall change this. Okay, yeah. Can you create the Excel sheet so that I can show you how to change that? That's okay. That's okay. I can manage. No problem. I will try to learn Turkish. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. No problem. Okay. Go back to that. No problem. Go back to that. No problem. Okay. Excel sheet. Okay. Maybe you have to log out and then log in. Then only it will change. Okay. That's fine. Uh, can you copy that file and then? Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. So can you give me control? Yeah, I will request now. Yeah. Okay. Where is that Excel sheet, please? One minute, let me copy this. Then where is that Excel sheet? Yeah, right. Now we'll go to here and then plot this. Okay, now you are getting right, correct? Okay, now what you have to do, okay, now you are getting, frequency as a function of phase as a function of frequency. Okay, now what you have to do, see, now you are getting dropped here, right? Minus 180 kind of thing. Okay, so now see, it is like a phase cycle. If you check the polar plot, right, it is a kind of quadrant. Okay, so every quadrant, it will, we have to 1 minute, let me show you how to do that. After 180, right, minus 180, so it will wrap the phase. Basically it will wrap the phase, because it is plotting only between, you can see here, minus 180 to plus 180 only. Okay, if it crosses minus 180, what it does is it will add 360 degree. That is why you are getting this value. Okay, let me show you one thing. Yes, minus 180. Where is minus 180? Yeah, here the some positive value will start. Yeah, I will show you. I'll come back to that. No problem. Okay. Yeah. 1 minute. Yeah, I will show you both the things. Okay. You have to subtract this 360. Then what you can do? Now you can copy these values and paste it here. Okay. Now what you can do? Okay. Instead, what I can do? See now. Can you see here? Kind of yes, you are getting right. Otherwise, see, and in simulation, no, you can get it. Where how? You can go to right click and then plot properties. Okay. Then here you can see something called wrap data, unwrap data. Can you see here? You are seeing different thing. Raw data means it will wrap actually. Whether you want to wrap between minus 180 to plus 180 or 0 to 360 or simply unwrap, then you will get these values. That's it. Okay. But see, for example, if this is frequency versus phase only, you have this option. Okay, plot properties, then you can unwrap this thing. But when you want to unwrap the values of these values, for example, let's say element size versus phase. Okay, you cannot do that. You don't have the option. Okay, so now what you have to do? You have to copy these values. For example, copy. You have to paste it here. Like this. Okay. Okay, now I can show you again. So this is the plot we are having. You can see here, insert and then plot it. Okay, you're getting like this. Oh, what is this? Why it's coming like this? That's okay. Why it's coming like this? I don't know. Maybe we can, what you can do, export ASCII data. So phase versus element size. Here. Yeah, got it. Now copy this Let's open other sheet. Okay, now you can plot it. It is coming like this. What you have to do here, you have to subtract with the minus 360. Okay, now that's it. Okay, now you get these values. Now we are going to plot and base 2. Can you see here? So actually the thing is, you are not getting yes because you have not simulated for entire range, right? Okay, if you simulate for 2 to 10, 15, 2 to 15, then you will get the entire X curve, nice X curve. Okay. For example, if you simulate, for example, let's say, 1 to 15. Okay, with the steps of, for example, 0.2. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. So what I'm saying, if you plot this one, then you look at a nice S curve, same S curve. Now you understood the procedure, right? Okay. You understood the procedure, right? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no problem. Please do share that recording to me so that we can post it so that everybody get benefited. Okay, fine, bye. Thanks. Bye. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Bye. No issue, no issue, no issue. Any help, please do contact me. Okay, I will be happy to support. No problem. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Please do share that recording. Okay. Thank you.